What's up, my fellow kings and queens? How's everyone doing tonight? It is 12:18 a.m. The Sound of Whispering Woods episode. The reason why is because I have a daughter and a fiance that are trying to sleep. So I wanted to get on here and do a little podcast real quick because now that Kara's home and has Luna, it's my time where I get to relax. The only time of the night I get to relax is around 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. This is when I get to unwind and relax. The sound of whispering wood. So thank you so much for subscribing and being here, showing support. First thing I want to do is do a shout out to a good friend of mine. She's been a friend since I started working at the company I work for. She helped me out. She helped me stay out of jail. I'll get into that in a minute, but she posted on her Instagram a little trailer and showing support to Bad Habits Kingdom. Miss Mrs. Melissa Chavez, I think it is, but Miss Melissa King. I know her as Melissa King, so I can't remember her marriage last name. So I just want to do a quick shout out to her because she posted on her Instagram to help subscribe. So she also subscribed to the channel, showing support. So thank you, Miss Melissa, for showing the support and love to Bad Habits Kingdom. Definitely appreciate it. You have no idea. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our friendship. So I met her back when I first started working at the company I work for. She I don't know how we first started talking. We were outside smoking cigarettes and she was talking about like her kids and like she was telling me like how she wasn't telling me, she was telling somebody else. She was telling them like she was gonna take her kids' phone and computers and iPods away or something like that. And her daughter said, "Well, what are we gonna do?" And she said, "Clean." So I think that was like the first conversation I interacted with her. So actually, about a year later, it was I think in May, March, April. It was around that time, March, April, or May. I think it was in May. I actually had a warrant out for my arrest, and they were coming. They were looking for me at my house. Um, I guess they even called CSL looking for me. They called my work looking for me. We'll have to edit that. um, and everything. And I was freaking out. And I owed them, I think it was like $300 and something dollars. I think it was $300. I was freaking out. I had no way to come up with the money because I didn't get paid for like another 2 weeks. And without any kind of hesitation, any type of hesitation, she paid my warrant. She paid the $300. No hesitation whatsoever. She said, how much is it? I said, it's like $300. She said, done. So she went herself, added money under her card or something like that, made the call for me and paid the warrant off. And I went to go, I didn't pay her back right away. I think I ended up giving her like $200, maybe even less. And she's like, don't worry about the rest. So she's always been a good friend to me. Her and I always gave each other a hard time at work, just joking around. Miss T always said we're like brother and sister type deal because we would always talk shit to each other. She was a great supervisor. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you could tell it's definitely changed since she'd been gone because I was only like real cool with certain people there, and now they're all gone. I got like one or two people that I'm real cool with, and that's it. But no free shout outs, but shout out to Melissa, Miss T, Holly, Kane. I can mention those names. I don't think they'll sue me. So, but yeah, so I really do appreciate the support that people do when they don't have to. they're just doing it for consideration and stuff. And honestly, she knows technology better than I do, because how she did the advertisement for Bad Habits Kingdom, I have no idea how she did it. It's on her Instagram, and she did like a crown and everything. I was like, I don't know how the fuck she did that shit. So I definitely need to learn, because it looked pretty good. So I definitely appreciate it if you ever watch this video, Melissa. Today was, definitely a rough day. I didn't have a cigarette for, 8 or 9 hours. My daughter kept me moving all day. My feet and my legs are so much in pain right now. I mean, they hurt so bad. Like my toes and everything. I'm like, oh, you know. Um, I took a hot shower, real hot, shaved, and just was like, when I got out of the shower, I was just like, oh my god. So just wanted to unwind real quick and do a little podcast. What I realize is that a lot of people do a lot of good in this world to others for no reason at all. There's very few people that are rare like that. Um, it's hard to find people like that, that don't want anything in return. And I was blessed and lucky enough to have friends like that. Um, for example, I'm going to start with Miss T. I'm going to go down like a little list here. Um, the first time I met Miss T, I was a custodian at my company, and I was making bags, and she was a group lead, but for some reason she was making bags with me. I can't remember the reason why she was. Um, but she was making bags with me. I think she didn't want to be up front because there was someone up there that she didn't want to be around or something. I can't remember. And Miss T was easy to talk to, very easy to talk to, very easy to. Um, I told her everything about my son. I didn't tell anyone at work at the time. I told her my situation, my living situation, family situation, my son's situation, everything. And she was always very supportive. There was, and one thing about Miss T is that there's no bullshit in her whatsoever. No bullshit in her. I mean, there's a couple times where I think I was like, man, I'm wondering if I'm making her mad. And Holly told me, she was like, if you're making her mad, she'll let you know. And I was like, true. Me and Miss T never got into one argument, not one. So she's the reason why I'm in the position I'm at now for my company, because I wanted to move up in the company, and I knew that working on the floor, it's going to take either a long ass time, because there's such great workers on the floor. In 2000, I'm not gonna lie, in 2019, there was, I think, 100 people almost working for the company I work for, and my manager at the time gave me Employee of the Year, and that kind of got to my head a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it got to my head where I thought I was like the shit, right? So I went to try to get into a quality position, didn't get it. Um, Try to get a group lead position, and I was nowhere near qualified. I wasn't a phlebotomist or anything at the time. Excuse me. So I didn't get it, and then I was like, I want to move up in this company. How am I going to move up in this company? Uh, how am I going to move up in this fucking company? And I was like, if I go to the front with speed and everything like that, maybe I got a better chance. So there was a supervisor, what they call an MTO there. He was working at the time. He ended up going to Colorado. I can't mention his name. And I asked him, I'm like, look, there's a lot of competition on that floor. There's a lot of great employees on that floor. I am not a great phlebotomist. I'm decent, but I'm not as good as other people. I'm not getting trained to run the floor. There was other people that are close to the group leads out there, and I wasn't. So I was like, if I move up to the front, would I have a better chance? Because the speed and stuff like that, and would I have a better chance? And he didn't really know. He was just like, yeah, 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 yeah. He said yeah to everything. So cool guy though. So my manager now pulled me in, and I guess he told her something. I said, look, I want to move up. I need to move up. What do I need to do? I said, I honestly, I think the floor or the front would be better. I know that I'm a better floor employee. I don't know about now. It's been so long, but um and I knew they wanted to keep me on the floor, but because I wanted to move up and stuff, they did give me the opportunity to go up to the front. Miss T, like I said, I'm gonna go down a list here of people I was really close to, where I'm just start with Miss T. Um she didn't ask for anything in return or anything. She showed me how to run the front. Melissa was another person that was giving me like ideas because she was also a group lead in the front. Um, Holly giving me advice because she was working up to the front for so long. Um, I can also say Nakia's name because Nakia wouldn't try to sue me for a video as well. So I can't say anyone else's names. I wasn't real close with. So, excuse me. So yeah, so Melissa, T, and Holly were always trying to giving me advice on how to do things up there and do this, and this. And Miss T literally for like 3 months straight had me up at the front desk. I wasn't a senior or anything. I was literally up there for about a month. And she had me at the front desk every day. Kyle, get your ass up there. Kyle, get your ass up there. Why you in the booth? Get up there. Every fucking day. So she would actually sacrifice because technically her job is to be at the front desk. She's supposed to be coordinating everybody and handling breaks and stuff, but she was giving me the opportunity just so I can move up. And when you see when it's like, what do you want in return? You're doing something for me, and you really don't have to. You're doing something that's not going to benefit you whatsoever. All it's going to do is benefit me. And and she didn't care. She was like, she wanted to see me move up. Same thing when Melissa paid off my warrant. Yeah, I would have paid her back in full, but I didn't pay her back in full. I only gave her, I think it was half of the money, and she said, "Don't worry about the rest of it." So she didn't get any interest or anything like that. Holly would always give me rides to work, not ask for gas money. She would give Kara and I food because we were struggling at the time. There's only a few people in this world that you meet that go above and beyond for you just because that's just the kind of people they are. And it's very rare when you meet people like that, and just like and then what bothered me so much is because first Holly left. Okay. Holly's gone. She ain't coming back. Even though she could have come back. She can actually, I think, still come back. I'll get to that some other time. Then I don't know if it was, I think it was Melissa. No, it was T. Yeah, it was T. Okay. And then T was gonna leave. Now the only thing that sucks is that when T if T would have stayed, I would never have gotten promoted because I took her spot. But it still sucks because honestly, I would have rather her me stay as a senior, and her still be there, so I have somebody with me. So then I remember I was outside smoking a cigarette, and I had been told Melissa at the time. She was talking at the time, her fiance, who is now her husband, and I was like, "Fuck, I ain't got nobody. All my people left me." And she's like, "Well, you got me, you asshole." And I was like, yeah, that's it. That's Lev. But at the time, she was going to be leaving in a few months. But I was like, I at least got a few months with somebody, so someone to bullshit around with. And then Melissa left. Now, ever since you don't get me wrong, I'm still, I talked real close with Nakia and stuff, but ever since those three left, even Kane, his asshole ass, um, it kind of really went down. The fun of going to work and the excitement kind of just went downhill because they're not coming back. The chances of even seeing them again are slim. Because the two of them live out of state. Um, I haven't seen Holly in forever, and she lives in the city. Um, we talked about getting together a couple times. She was going to come see the baby and Kara and stuff, but it's still, just with the pandemic, she doesn't want to take a chance of getting sick and giving it to the baby. But it's just rare to find people like that, and just to do things just out of the courtesy of their heart. Yeah, they're not getting shit back in return. I mean, me getting promoted, what is that gonna give T? She's already got the position. That's not gonna do anything for her. Melissa not getting all her money back or anything else. That's not going to benefit her, And like I said, when she paid my warrant off, there was no hesitation. She was like, "How much do you need?" Boom, paid it off like it was nothing. And she didn't have to do that. Like I said, that was a lot of fucking money. I mean, $300 was no joke. And then when I didn't give it back to her, like, I even know that her ex-boyfriend at the time was even sending me messages like, "Man, you need to pay my girl." And she was like, I guess she told him to shut up. I don't know. But yeah, it was it's rare where you meet people because my company literally, like, I know we get told all the time, "Oh, we're in the business of saving lives, blah blah blah." But the company I work for literally changed my life because not only did I meet Kara, not only did I have a daughter with Kara, and now there's a person in this world that can do such amazing things in this world. If neither of us were working at that company, that would have never happened. And I would have never met three people that mean so much to me, and it sucks knowing that two of them I probably will never see again. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I know I might look like I'm just tired, okay? um, but I might not even see him again. And it fucking sucks. It really does. We always give each other a hard time. All of us. I mean, it is what it is. But it never really hits you until, like, it didn't hit me like when Miss T left. I still didn't. I still thought I was gonna see her. So like when I said bye to her, there was a big old like thing. Everybody was in the locker room. It's actually on one of my videos. Um, a bunch of people were in the locker room and saying bye to her and got her flowers and cakes and like a whole thing. It still didn't hit me that she was leaving to another whole state. And then when Melissa left, she actually sent me home early on the last day we worked together. And she said, "I'll see you at the wedding." And now I regret the fuck out of it. So does Kara because we wanted to go to the wedding so bad, and I can't remember why we didn't. Oh, I don't think Kara could have gotten off in time. I can't remember. There was a reason why we didn't go because we were both like so bummed out that we didn't go because we wanted to go not only to show support, but we wanted to get dressed up and go to the after party and everything. We wanted to go. We were planning on it for a while. I think I even requested that day off. I think I was even off the day. Oh, I'm off Friday, Saturdays, and I think her wedding was on a Saturday, if I can remember. I don't know. I can't remember. Um, so I still was it. It still didn't hit me that that was the last day we were gonna work together. The day she sent me home early. Um, Now it's hit me, because now when I go to work, I'm not excited. It's not fun for me, Like I said, me and Ikea, that's probably like my only homie I have left. And, we barely see each other. We barely work together because during the week she gets off early and 2 days or 3 days out of the week I don't see her. Um and that's it. Terrell's gone. and it used to be such an exciting place to work. It really was. Like we had like a tight knit group. We all, were real close. We all got along really well. I know that uh all them they were real close with a fellow group lead. I don't want to say her name, but she SR. I was talking about her in the other video on Facebook. It's her initials. I'll just say that. But her and I never really been close. Like we talk, give each other a hard time, talk shit, but like her and I, like we don't talk outside of work or anything like that. Um, it wasn't like with T and Melissa and Holly. Um, those were my main three. And it used to be so exciting and it used to be a lot of fun. Um, and honestly, I think those three were the only ones that knew about management before, or knew about Kara and I before management. I can't remember if Melissa knew or not. I know Melissa sent me a message and said, "Is that your baby?" when she found out Kara was pregnant. I know that Holly was the first one to know. Um, we were because I would always say my girl, my girl, my girl, and we were eating at Texas Station. And I was saying my girl, my girl, my girl, and she was like, "What's your girl's name?" And I was like, "You know her name?" And she was like, "What do you mean?" And Holly was stoned as shit. She was fucking stoned. She just smoked with Kane like that, so she was fucked up, and her eyes were bloodshot, and she was just like, "What do you mean?" She had plates of like pancakes over here and ice cream and so like I swear to Christ. And she was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "It's Kara." And she was like, and she dropped her like silverware and like it was loud and she was like, "What? Are you fucking serious?" And she was like, "I had no fucking idea. You told me you don't even like her," because that's how Kara and I played it. Like we tried to play it so good where nobody even knew about us. Like we didn't sit by each other at our monthly meetings. We didn't even talk to each other really at work. We tried to play undercover for a long ass time. And we did pretty good for a while. We did pretty good for a little while. And then Kara got pregnant, and then I told T. Well, Holly, I think told T. To this day, she didn't tell me. She didn't. She won't tell me if she told T, but I think she told T because she kept telling me like because Holly would give me a ride home literally every day, every fucking day. She was giving me a ride home. She would even pick me up to go to work. Like this was every fucking day, and every day she would give me a ride home, and she would say like, "You need to tell Miss T. You need to tell T." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do need to tell T. You're right. T and I always had that. She always knew a lot of personal things about me. So you're right." And I ended up telling T, but T didn't seem shocked. That's why T didn't. She was just like, "Oh, okay, okay." So I really think Holly told Miss T. To this day, she won't tell me she did or didn't. But I know Holly told Kelly. um, a fellow. Well, she's not a group lead. She's actually a supervisor at another location. But I know Holly told her for sure. But I don't know if Holly told anyone else. But um, that's all I can remember. And then I know there was a lot of things going on. I don't know how Melissa knew about or suspected Kara and I, but I do know when people started finding out about um Kara being pregnant, um, Melissa sent me a thing on Messenger saying, "Is that your baby with Kara?" I remember that. I don't think I ever told Melissa about Kara and I at first. I don't know how she suspected that. I don't know if I told her that. I don't know. I can't remember. Um, or maybe she just saw it. I know I ended up telling her later on before management found out because I think when she asked me that, I told her yes. I can't remember. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to ask her that. I don't know. Anyways, um, so yeah, and if you do work with people in um And the only thing I don't want is to lose touch with certain people. The thing is like, there's a lot of people that get jobs, they make friends. I mean, that's one thing about my location. It seems like there's a lot of people that are friends with each other, but friends, are they just work friends, or are they even though they might hang out outside of work, but is it like a type of friendship where if you get fired, you'll never hit 'em up again type shit? You know what I'm saying? That's what my major concern was when, of course, T and Melissa leaving. They live in a completely different state. We hit each other up on Facebook every now and then, Instagram, stuff like that. T agreed to do the podcast with me, which I'm so excited for. I texted her today like, "Hey, I really want to set up a time to do the podcast with you. Will you do it?" And she said, "Okay, no problem. Let me know." So I'm gonna try to set up a thing where me and T can do the podcast together. She will be on the phone. I don't know a way to actually have her on screen. I don't know if it like Duo, the Duo app. I don't know if there's a way we can record it and then put it on YouTube or what. So I know I can talk to her over the phone, but I don't know if there's a way you can like talk to people like on YouTube like you can on Facebook Live. If there is, I'll try to look it up and see how it's done. Um, but T agreed to do it. I did ask Melissa if she'd do it, which I'm sure she will because she'd let me interview her on Facebook Live when I was kind of just learning how to do interviews and stuff. Um, and there's a couple other people that want to do it. First, I'm going to get the table so I can actually have people here to do the videos and stuff. Speaking of which, February 15th, that's when a lot of good videos are dropping. So please subscribe to the channel. I do need the support. I appreciate the ones that do support already. If you're subscribed already, I appreciate you so much. Do me a favor, go ahead and unsubscribe and subscribe again. All you do is hit unsubscribe and then subscribe. Don't unsubscribe for a day or 2 days. Just says unsubscribe and then subscribe. Somehow or another, it's supposed to like boost your channel up. I don't know how. That's what I've been told. And if you know people that watch YouTube, go ahead and hit them up. Be like, hey, have you ever heard of Bad Habits Kingdom? No, I never heard of it. Well, you got to check it out. It's the best fucking thing I ever watched. you know, all this is this white boy rambling on about random shit, Kardashians and weed and work. So, but that's what I wanted to, say tonight is and I love a lot of people that I work with. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I just had a different kind of friendship with others. I just felt closer to others. And to this day I do. There's still people I work with that I'm really close with, and I have a lot of respect for and stuff. But the, T, Melissa, and Holly was just, different. Nakia, she's another one. I'm really close with her, and I talk all the time, every morning. Um, she known about Kara and I for a while too. Um, there's just very few people that knew the truth, the ones that I trusted. And Melissa could have lost her job because she's actually in a position of management and she knew about us. So that's where I'm getting to next. So there's also people that you can't fucking trust. Okay, even if you want to trust them. So I can't say this fucking prick's name, but there was a person working with me at CSL. He was a group lead. I thought he was a friend, and I was even warned by T not to trust that motherfucker. She warned me all the fucking time, and I didn't listen like a fucking idiot. I regret the shit out of it. He would come over. He knew about Kara and I. He would come over. We'd all smoke, hang out, smoke hookah. Don't want any management seeing this video or something. um, we'd always hang out and all the time. He came over all the time. When he would go on vacation, I would actually babysit his dog. Like he would leave his dog with Kara and I. And this motherfucker at my work, we had a meeting. It was in the beginning of November. We had a meeting about employees dating. Come to find out, they were talking about my former supervisor. She was, I guess, hooking up with somebody. Um, I'm not gonna go into details about that because I'm just not. But they had a meeting about employees dating. They want to know about it. The next day, I tell one of my supervisors, I want to transfer out of here. She said, why? I said, because there's a rumor going on about Kara and I, and it's not fucking true, and I don't want to get fired. She ends up telling my manager. My manager's blowing my phone up, literally ring after ring after ring. I was actually in the middle of doing something. So I couldn't answer the phone. And finally, after whatever, I finally answered, hey, where you at? And I was like right across, like literally walking to the bus stop. Come back, let me talk to you. I go back to the office. It's my manager and the quality manager. And they were like, what the fuck is going on? What's up? And I tell them, I said, look, there's a rumor going on about Kara and I. It's not fucking true. I want to get the fuck out of here before I get fired. Just transfer me anywhere. I don't care. Fuck the promotions. Just I don't want to lose my job. And they believed me. They believed me because they trusted me. And they were like, no, don't worry about that. We know it's just a rumor. We never suspected that meeting had nothing to do with you. You don't need a transfer, blah, 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 right? Well, the dude who I thought was a friend came over that night and I told him what happened. I was like, yeah, I went in there and told him it was just a rumor and they believed it and everything's good now. And Kara's transferring anyway. So nobody's got to know nothing. We're safe. This motherfucker. You fucking motherfucker. If you ever watch this video, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. This motherfucker goes into management the next motherfucking day, goes in there and says, hey, do you guys know about Kyle and Kara? They were like, no, we already talked to Kyle. We know it's just a rumor. Don't worry about it. No, it's not just a rumor. I was at his house last night. He told me he even lied to you guys. That's trying to get a motherfucker fired. He was already in an authority position. So he wasn't after my job because he was actually in a level higher than I was. So he wasn't after my job. What the fuck would he do that for? He was doing that to try to get me fired. I don't care what anyone says. I will take that to my fucking grave. He was trying to get me fired. And he even ratted on me to Melissa because Melissa was a supervisor. I'll get into that in a minute. So management pulls me back in. They confront me. I'm still denying it, because I don't know. They know yet. And there was something I told him specifically. And they told me it word for word. So I knew right then. I was like, oh, shit. We're so fucked. Honestly, I was like, we're so busted. I leave. I go to kiss the bus. I call Kara. I'm like, I got to tell them the truth. They know. This motherfucker told them everything. This motherfucker told them. And I turn back around. I go in. I'm crying. And I tell them the truth. I was so fucking scared they were going to fire my ass. And then I was thinking, Kara's transferring anyway. But the reason why Kara was transferring is because we still wanted to respect the fact that because I still wanted to try to get promoted. And technically, we can't be together and get promoted there. So she was still transferring even when they didn't know about us, because we were still trying to respect, go by that rule at least, They were going to transfer her in February, this coming February. Oh wait, no, not this coming February. That February. It was last year. They ended up transferring like 2 weeks like fucking later. Like literally, they were like, you ain't waiting until February. Yes, it's gone. Go. Pretty much. They transferred her right away. But what I was worrying about is my career's fucked. I'm not gonna be able to get promoted. I lied to him. I broke my trust. All my hard work, the employee of the year, the bonus I got from corporate for $500, everything. It's over. It's ruined. I got to start. Finding something else or somehow transfer out of here or something because I broke their trust. A month later, I get promoted. I was like, wow. I went and apologized to all the managers, but I knew I still broke trust. They trusted me and I lied to them, and that was the only thing I ever lied to them about. But they still promoted me, and I was like, wow, what the fuck did he get out of telling them about Kara and I? And why would you? Kara was pregnant. They could have easily have fired both of us, and they didn't. They still haven't. They promoted me to where the position I've been dying for. I actually got two promotions from that. I got senior and then I got group lead. And Kara went to a different location. She's doing great over there. The manager there is cool, loves her to death. It's he was trying to get us fired. I don't care, or get me fired. I don't care what anyone fucking says. Anyone says. Oh, well, because of his position, he had to do it. Bullshit. It had nothing to do with that. He was trying to get me out the fucking door. I don't know if he was jealous because I know he tried to talk to Kara one time and she turned him down. I know that happened. He even told me about that. He said, and this was when Kara and I just started talking. He tried to talk to her a few times and she kept turning him down. Or about the employee of the year. I don't know what. But then I find out he's just a motherfucking rat. He's just a fucking snitch. He was snitching on another person, but he snitches on me again to Melissa. So check this out. So this is what happens. This is like a year later, right? So we became a Spanish speaking company location. Okay, which is a good thing because that means more people can come work there. Or we can get more customers. I could say that. Come work there. What the fuck am I talking about? And but in my position, there's times where I gotta tell people what to do and stuff. And what happens is they'll start talking to each other in Spanish and they'll start laughing and stuff. And I'm a paranoid motherfucker. I'm like, they're talking about me. Why are you saying that shit when I can't understand it? Don't do that shit. It was bothering me for the longest time at first. It don't bother me anymore, but it was bothering me really bad. And I was telling him about it because I was outside. I wasn't just telling him. I was telling somebody else, and he was out there. This motherfucker. Now Melissa, um, even though her and I were real cool personal wise, she was still professional when it came to work. I mean, even though we bullshitted at work towards each other, but she still had a job to do. She was still gonna tell me, you know, give me orders and shit. He goes to Melissa and fucking rats me out again about the Spanish speaking shit. Like, dude, what are you getting out of that? Melissa pulled me in the MSA office and was like, why is that bothering you? What's going on? This is how it's done. They're allowed to do it. Don't let it bother you. Blah, blah, blah. Why are you going and ratting me out, dude? Stop fucking doing it. When he did that, I was so fucking livid. I was so fucking livid. I'm thinking about it just now. It pisses me off. I was outside and I was just fucking like I was just like, dude, stop fucking snitching on me. Stop. What the fuck are you getting out of that? You're not getting promoted. Telling on people does not get you promoted. How you work and how you handle yourself gets you promoted. Okay? Not going and telling on everybody about shit. Okay? Stop telling on me, dude. Okay? It was pissing me off so fucking much. It's like, dude, I thank God he don't work at where I work anymore. He works for the company still, but in some other state because someone I really considered him a friend. Someone to hang out with, bullshit with. I was at this guy's house. This guy was at my house all the fucking time. Like we were kicking it, you know. And I was happy, honestly, someone to kick it with, I don't have any friends, especially any homeboys where we can bullshit around and stuff. I don't have that. I just don't have it. I got Kara and Luna. That's it. You know, I don't go out with homies and shit. Him, it was cool to have over to kick it, bullshit around with. It was fun. Like I said, we smoke and bullshit all, for a while. And you go, it was cool. Um, but yeah, it was fucked up. It was definitely a fucked up situation. There's nothing wrong with having friends at work. Just be careful who you trust. There's certain people that you can just trust. Like, with Miss T, Holly, and Melissa, those three I knew would never, I just knew they would never try to put me in a position, try to benefit themselves by getting rid of me or making themselves look good by telling on me. Because all three of them knew about Kara and I before management knew. Neither of them told management. Two of them, Holly and T and Melissa, were in authority positions. They were supposed to tell, especially Melissa because she was technically in management. Oh, tech error. It's still off, ain't it? I just hope the words match my lips. Yeah, Melissa could have gotten in big trouble because she knew, and she was in management, and she still never told anybody. So it's there's certain people you just gotta watch out for, but there's certain people you'll meet that will change your life. Those three people changed my life. They changed my fiance's life. They've been there for both of us. They've been there, for the baby. They always been there for support. I can call any one of those three right now at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, hey, I need to talk about this, and I guarantee almost any one of them will probably be like, all right, what's up? Well, they might say call them in the morning, but they would still be there for me. So yeah, the company I work for definitely changed my life for the better. It really did. I love my team to this day. I love my entire team. I really do. They worked their ass off for me, and without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Especially the three amigos I'm talking about. It's just it is what it is. It just is. I definitely gotta get them on a podcast though for sure. Um, but that's gonna be it for tonight. It's going on 1 a.m. I've been live for 43 minutes, so got a little frustration out, little heart to heart stuff. So definitely thank you so much, guys, for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate the support. Shout out to you, Melissa, if you watch this video. I appreciate you so much for doing that Instagram. And that really did mean a lot to me. I don't know how you did it, but it looks fucking good. I mean, I don't know how you did it, so you definitely gotta educate me on technology stuff. But check her out, Melissa, on her Instagram. I forgot her Instagram name, but it's not Melissa King or Chavez. But I'll try to get it posted on here somehow, so people can see it. So, but definitely shout out Bad Habits Kingdom. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. All you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. It's free. So, I mean, it's not gonna cost you anything. And if you are subscribed, tell your friends to subscribe. Show some support. Get them out there. Call them up. Hey, you heard of Bad Habits Kingdom? No, I haven't heard about it. Check them out. It's the funniest shit I ever seen in my life. All right, and we're gonna be doing some Q&As tomorrow. So if you guys have any Q&A ideas, definitely hit them up on the comments. I haven't checked any of my comments today, so I definitely open that up to see. So if you guys have any quick Q&As, hit it up. And that's going to be it. It's going to be a wrap for tonight. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Check it out on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Apple. Apple, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, YouTube. You guys have a good night. Stay safe out there. It's a crazy week here in Vegas, crazy weekend. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. All right. Stay safe. And we'll see you again. Bad Habits Kingdom signing off. Signing off.